Hello and welcome back to Art by Alexis. Today we have some DIY fun things. I haven't done some DIY in a minute, and I've seen some on YouTube that are inspirational. I think they're so much fun. I watch a lot of Lone Fox, and he does like a lot of thrifting and flipping and fun DIY things that I think are really fun. One of these are inspired by him today. We only have 2 DIYs today, but they're super fun. So I'm doing this again. I did not film this before, but I embroidered this shirt. I thrifted this shirt. It's from Misguided. I got it from Plato's Closet. And then me and my friend went ahead and got some embroidery floss and stitched our shirts. This is 2 hands holding each other. I had a reference photo. It doesn't super look like it. I still think it's cute. I still wear it. But I was at Hobby Lobby, and I get lost in Hobby Lobby because there's way too many things to look at. And they have these shirts. They're called Comfort Colors. They're originally $14, but it was like on 30 or 40% off or something. And so it wasn't like too much money. Cheaper than you'd buy a regular shirt. I think this color is super cute. So we're doing this one today. I went ahead and bought my hoop. This is what you need, because I don't remember my last one went. Sorry, waiting for an interview response. And so what we're gonna do is we're going to get a needle, and we're gonna floss this into our shirt. So these are the colors I got. I got a dark gray for the darker colors. I got like a cream kind of white silverish color, and then an orange because I think that these would be cute with this color. And I have a vision. Right when I saw it, I thought of doing this, and my vision is an eye. And then I was thinking on the collar, the collar is thinner than I thought it was, but I thought about doing an eye, and then the collar says like, I'm watching you or something. Because I've seen those on Pinterest, you know, it's a Tumblr vibe. And then my second DIY today is inspired by Lone Fox. I saw him do something like this once and I thought it was really cool. So I went ahead and I got some fake flowers. I have this one, I have this greenery, and then I also got this fun like wispy pinkish orange color to just kind of like put together. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this. This was a little bit pricey. I didn't know how much money it was when I bought it, but then it was like an extra 40% off or something, so there's a lot of the pink things in here. I'm gonna get in trouble. And then I picked up this, so I mean I could have it as it is, but I kind of wanted the flowers coming out of it even though it's wide mouthed. And so what I'm gonna do with this is I'm going to paint it. I'm gonna paint it this color. I could mix this color, but I mean, you can pick these up. This was $5.99, but it was on sale. So I think you mix paint and baking soda or like baking powder or something, and then you paint it on a vase or something like this, and it makes it look like ceramic, like matte, like I'll have to look up to make sure to see what I mix with the paint, but I'm really excited to try that. And it's super simple, super easy. Everyone can do it. So I'm gonna start sketching out my embroidery. We're gonna start doing that. We'll get started with our DIYs. So we're gonna take our hoop. We are going to loosen it so that it will come apart. So your 2 come apart. You're gonna go ahead and put the one without the screwy thing. You're gonna set that aside. You're gonna put this inside of your shirt. I'm gonna put it in through the bottom. And you just wanna try to make sure it's like in the middle of the shirt. My image is not gonna be this big, but this is just as big as one of that I got. You can get them in many different sizes. So you want it kind of centered in the middle. You're gonna pull it tight around the entire circle. And then you're going to place the bigger hoop over the shirt, over your smaller hoop. and that kind of gives you a flat surface. You want not a lot of bounce in it, so this you can really push it in. So what I'm gonna do before I tighten it is I'm just gonna try to hold my hoop and pull my t-shirt so that it really tightens the middle, so that it's easier for you to stitch. So I'm gonna go around the circle and pull it tight. So now you can see that I don't have a whole lot of bounce. It's pretty tight, and that's how you want it. So now you're gonna go ahead and tighten it as tight as you can tighten it, so that it does not come loose. So I'm gonna make sure it's in the middle. This is about the middle. My hoop is a little bit off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start sketching my design. I'm just gonna use a regular pencil. Make sure it's not too sharp of a tip so that it doesn't catch on the clothing. So mine's kind of dull. We're gonna do it like right here. I'm gonna do my eye. So when you're stitching, what you're going to want to do is you want to put your stitch ahead of where you want your line to end, and then back through. You can see I'm putting it back where my last stitch ended. This way it's a lot more stable. If you put your stitch up through the shirt and then back down, and then you start back up right where you just ended, it makes it not very stable. So let's just make sure it's secure. All you do with your embroidery floss, I'm sorry I didn't show you guys, but you take the embroidery floss, you kind of put it in your mouth so that you can make sure it's small and tight, and then you put it through your stitch, your pin, and then you just take both of your ends and then you tie them in a knot together, so that way your needle stays in the middle and it won't go through your shirt. So that's how I started it. You can see right now I'm making a thick line. I'm just gonna kind of time lapse it a little bit. It takes me a while, so you can just start watching my process. So when you get to the end of your string, I'm at the end here of the length. I flipped over my shirt. You're gonna tie the two ends in a knot, so you don't want it to be too short because it makes it really hard to tie it together. And this is how you end, your section. And then you go ahead and just add a new line onto your needle, and then you just start again. So this is where I'm at so far. It has taken me a bit. I mean, I think it's gonna be really cute overall. You can see it's a little bit messy, especially right here. I was trying to do a certain, like a little shape. But you know, I'm just really winging it. I've never really done this before except for that other shirt. I don't really watch tutorials. I just started going for it. But I still think overall it's gonna be cute. It's gonna be fun. I stopped time-lapsing just because I figured you guys would probably get bored of it. It's nothing special. I mean, you can kind of see how my stitching is, and I'm not a professional. So I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna try to finish this, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like on. Okay, here's the first DIY all complete. I think she's cute. She's not perfect. I did think it would look a little bit better, but I still think overall it's really cute. Made it myself, so for a DIY, I would say not bad. So I didn't really follow like the, 1 cup of this, 1 tablespoon of that. I just kind of kept putting the baking powder in until I felt like it was like a thick consistency. I think I put a lot more in than like if you Google it, it says to. I think that you should just keep putting it in until you like how it is, because either way I think it's gonna dry pretty matte, but I just wanted it really thick and ceramic. So that's why I added quite a bit of baking powder. Also, I would just make sure to clean your surface. This just makes sure that the paint stays on the best it can, it sticks to it. And I took off any stickers that were on my vase. This way the paint is gonna look its best. So what you're gonna wanna do now is you're gonna measure your flowers. So I kind of just like stood up next to my vase and I thought, how long do I want this? I actually struggled so hard cutting them because there actually is metal in them, and for some reason I just like didn't realize that. So you do need some kind of like super heavy duty like clippers or pliers or something. And so it took me quite a while, but I did cut them all to the length I wanted, and this is how it went.